get-and go-getter. I'm offering deals so good, they're worth crawling under the bullets and over the barbed wire it took to get here. Welcome to Bonnie's Barely Above Board Battle. We know consumers are highly discerning in how they spend their bits in an active war zone, and I really appreciate you dodging literal bullets to bring me your business. And to show my gratitude, I'm offering you and only you a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime, exclusively, only so long as you tell nobody of this amazing offer. If everybody got that. So what will
Well, what have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's choice if you tried. So what are you doing an hour? What on this face conjures the notion that I'm looking for random chatter?
You know what surprised me the most? The sound an eyeball makes when it pops. I had no idea until that one time
Enough, dear. I may be out of practice with interpersonal relationships, but I see through your act. It's obvious you're trying to get a rise out of me.
You're right. I do tend to push things. I guess I can be a little embarrassed about how I act. Sometimes that's all I can do to keep from killing anyone I can get my hands on. I don't want people to think there's something wrong with me, so I hide my rage behind humor. Humor.
All right, then. Whatever you need to diffuse your rage so you're not, you know, violently attacking your teammates, I'll just, keep an even closer watch on you from now on.
Initiate Carrington, audio log entry, 10. My orders were to watch for the enemy. Specifically, to never break line of sight to my assigned field of view. But I can hear them advancing along the shore to the south. It's fine. Others have been assigned that field of vision. This is the most efficient method of defense. Architect, they're getting closer. Perhaps I'm taking my orders too literally? I'll just peek. No. Trust in the equation. Trust in those greater than I in the order. I will keep looking forward for enemies from that vector. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid. I have faith that the architect...
This one appears to have been too terrified to even look at us. I almost feel bad killing him. Almost.
That's the range, Commander. This will be glorious.
Hope my enthusiasm doesn't get the better of me.
It's a fight!
Fortificator at ready.
Look sharp. It's...
Go for torpification. Aggressor at hand.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Yeah.
I'm alive. What? Sorry. Caught me lost in my upper story.
Yeah. Not getting in the front door. Always another way in, though. Yeah.
Now this is just sloppy. If I wasn't already here to kill all these traitorous fools, I'd be forced to use one or two as an example to the rest.
fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
Stop your silliness, fool! The only ones losing body parts around here today are you and your traitorous friends. .36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by, is it 30 or? Look at the state of this poor fool. They just left her bleeding out? Exsanguination is an art. Where's the precision, the pride in their work? There's a cultist behind you. Wait, surely she isn't with you. Fine. Please keep her away from me. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's like a wire stretched beyond its breaking point. Never a harsh word to anyone, but being in his presence, well, it's as if his stress is... He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said... And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't... Please, with the way my so-called brethren are comporting themselves, he's more likely to die of boredom. If I was in charge here, all of you'd be dead. Yes. I'm sure you'll kill them quite well. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your... The crazed cultist... people like your friend here have been sowing destruction throughout the... I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. There's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they... Their actions are inexcusable. Science allows us to unveil the wonder of the rifts. We do not disrespect it. Now, it's a shame the facility is in shambles. We have an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. If I'm still alive in a week, I'll put in a suggestion to the presiding bishop that N-ray scanners be standard issue. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll like... I appreciate your aid. the N-ray scanning device the scientist was talking about.
Scoping out a hostile.
Work up, Commander. Don't make me avenge you.
They're negative. Recharge incomplete. Mitigating the threat. Yet. There's the N-ray device that exemplar Foxworth mentioned.
Piety is the key.
It's a fight.
I'm coming to
Vital's critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult. You can use it to see the wires connecting this door to the nearest override panel. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening.
That should do it. Let's get on with the killing.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
Yeah.
get on with the killing.
You've opened the way forward. Very good. Very good work.
Do try to limit further damage, Commander.
Enemy spotted.
You've suffered extensive damage, Commander. Suture me up. It would improve your odds.
You leave at once.
Where are you going? Our task here is yet unfinished. I suppose you know what you are doing.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done, but I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those
It's a...
Unfriendly nearby.
Advancing to hasten their demise. Show yourself. Pendulous killed who has isolated you from my hand. Dare you hamper my attention with your dissonance?
Proximity.
Look sharp.
Threat
I'm
detected.
coming for you! Retreating to a guarded position. Kill them all! You cannot threaten one who welcomes infiltration. Look at the sad little sprat in his corrugated metal cage.
Why
Why don't
spotted.
you unlock the door and come out, sprat? Nobody's here.
Look sharp. It's a fight. Standing by to stupefy.
You, friend of friends, are a greater ally than any number of fellow scienticians. Thank you very, very much for dealing with those cult...
What? Where? I thought we dispatched with all of those traitorous charlatans.
I can see it would be best for me to tactically overlook your... I see you possess our N-ray scanner. Ooh, ingenious device. If I'd had it, I may have evaded being trapped here. Oh, damn that Victor, and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife, yet he would be untouched by the ensuing pandemonium. Pardon my excitement. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. When those cultists, in the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. I know some cultists were killed, but many more still live, moving unseen through the range. Because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. What a waste. There's no such thing as invisibility. The cultists are out of phase. Also, most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experienced. But if you're not attached to the solid state of your organs, I suppose it might be nice to be less visible for a few hours. Although it requires further investigation and experimentation, out of phase refers to a shift in the dimensional... They are physically here, but only partial. Yes, well, I have some spare resources I intended to use in an experiment. Take them and... Nothing to worry about here, nothing to worry about with me. All is well.
many times must I say only death lies ahead? Observe. You are persistent. The time for that is over. Please. Cultists and interlopers breaching my defenses at once? I should have. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. I was warned that you would attempt to. You would use subterfuge to sway me. I cannot allow this. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly. And I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on, and you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character. At the end of all things, my decisions were predestined. You're not with the Order. You cannot understand why this would be. Could I...
I beg to differ. I'd likely understand any analytical or theoretical justification.
I heard tell of an Order operative recently being spotted in the field. One who'd be eminently capable of understanding the difficult decisions that must be made for humankind's ascension. That's you, isn't it?
You are correct, Victor. I am the endpoint, and I am well equipped to understand your reasoning.
Very well. Very well. I can spare words with you. Explain my... If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end. If what you say is true, then you have my tentative thanks. However, scientific certainty would apt DeVries opened my eyes. The Order is on the path to absolute truth. And if they are not interrupted, this truth can be... Politics cannot bind us. Uncertainty cannot strangle. And no one can be allowed to waltz in and hurl our plans into disarray. What? How do you not understand the present situation? What coward would strap an explosive device to himself? No, that's not all this. Helping DeVries, completing the work of my explosives is important. It matters. DeVries agrees. Augustine couldn't have done such a thing. She was on a secret mission at the time. I don't wish to believe I've been a fool. Going along.
This poor fool seemed intent on doing himself and us both. Impressive work convincing him otherwise. What say I have a go at him with my disemboweling knife? See what he knows. Might want to stand back. This could get messy. If I do it right. Now then, Victor. I knew the little fellow was lacking in fortitude, but I must admit to a certain inexplicable dismay at how quickly he passed. Maybe my enthusiasm just got the better of me. Still able to get what we needed, though. Seems he was trying to find a way to send explosive devices out of phase so they could remain he was a little hard to understand at the end there, but I think he wanted to make sure the people were killed instantly and didn't suffer. As if that would have mattered to them. Of course I am. Just, a little more exertion, then let's move on. I'm certain there's more killing to be done.
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the monastery now, yes?
I'm pretty sure we've killed every traitor in this place. Didn't we? What do you think? Yes! Still more traitors to taste my...